couple weeks ago, I wrote an article called Why Ultimate Needs a Name Change. Now, the great thing about writing articles is they generate discussion, and that was the main purpose of doing that. But they also contain opinions, so not necessarily my opinion, or not necessarily what I actually believe, but perhaps just an opinion. And so that article was an opinion I had. I wanted to explore it. I felt strongly about it, but at the same time, it wasn't what I actually believe. Okay, I put it out there, supported it with a bunch of content, a bunch of arguments, and there was other people that agreed with what I said. But at the end of the day, I'm making a video telling you that I don't believe Ultimate should change its name. And here's the reasons why. Ultimate was a sport that was created in 1969. Okay, 1968, the summer, by Jared Cass. Later went on and was introduced by Joel Silver. The name Ultimate comes from how it made Jared Cass feel. Okay, he said this is the ultimate sport. Imagine if he had said this was the awesomest sport, or this sport is awesome, okay? And then we're calling it Awesome Frisbee. So that name probably wouldn't have hung around. Ultimate works really well, okay? So our name is Ultimate Frisbee. Because of the pro leagues, AUDL, MLU, they've spent all the money on marketing and advertising and swag and promo and everything like that. So to change the name at this point is a very tough thing to do. But really, for me, it comes down to what does the name mean to me? How ingrained is it in our culture? And how many people who don't play Ultimate know what Ultimate actually is? And a lot of people do. And I refer to an example. So when I was in high school, I played hockey, grade 11 and 12 on the high school hockey team, and we won provincials 2 years in a row. We were called the Woodstock Warriors. I graduated high school in 2000, and about 5 or 6 years after that, they ended up changing the name of my high school hockey team to the Woodstock Thunder. Now, when I go back home, I was just home a few months ago, and I go to a hockey game, I'm watching the Thunder play. Well, I won provincials as the Woodstock Warriors. So to me, there's something special about the name Warriors. It reminds me of how I felt when I played, that was my team. Now when I watch the Thunder play, I don't have that emotional connection anymore. So if we decided that it made sense to change the name of Ultimate, 40 some, almost 50 years after it started, there's all those people who grew up in the sport calling it Ultimate Frisbee, telling their friends all about this great sport called Ultimate. Now the name's changed and it's something different. It just doesn't mean the same, okay? So I really wanted to create that discussion, and I created that discussion for 2 reasons. Those 2 reasons are, one is either we realize that the name Ultimate isn't the best name for the sport and there is a better name, and so we can come up with a better name and we figure out reasons why we have a better name, or we realize that Ultimate is the best name for the sport, and it just reiterates our standing on that, why we think it's the best name for the sport. I think in this case, by taking the other side, by taking the opinion that we should change the name, it helped me understand why Ultimate really was the best name for the sport and why we shouldn't change it. So I implore you to do the same thing, looking at something, not doing what has always been done just because that's the way it is, challenging conventional thinking, looking at something that is and saying, why not, okay? I took that risk, I put it out there. There was a lot of people that disagreed with me, and that's awesome because I wanted to see that discussion. But at the end of the day, I think Ultimate is the best name for our sport. When I say Ultimate, I don't feel like, it's this word that means the best or ultimate anymore, right? When I say the word Ultimate, I think Ultimate Frisbee. So it's actually changed in my vernacular to what I think it means. When I refer to something as being the best, I use the word awesome or amazing now. I don't use the word ultimate because to me, ultimate is a sport. It's not really a word to describe a feeling or emotion anymore. So I find that really interesting, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the discussion that was generated with it. I hope it got you thinking a little bit. And this is Ultimate Rob, because if I changed it, it would be, what, Flatball Rob? I like Ultimate Rob, so we'll stick with that.